GN's in the Granite. It's Thursday, July 9th, 2020. What a year it's been. But stay positive. People, keep your chins up out there. Stay strong. Keep your mind strong. Keep your body strong. And keep your faith in whatever faith you have. Whatever faith you have. Whatever you believe in. You know what I mean? Keep believing. Think it into reality. That's what I've always done my whole life. I've always thought stuff and I knew I could do it. I just stuck with it. There's always, nothing's going to be easy. Nothing's ever going to be easy. Everything's always hard, but the key is to work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? And I don't care who you are out there. Like, there is no can't. You know what I mean? There's only can. There is no can't ever. Unless it's physically or, impossible to do. But in my brain, even with the injury in 2003 when I fell off my porch and fractured my skull, I was an angry person before that. I had a lot of anger in me. I've always have. And when you have head injuries, it makes you have even worse anger and, issues. And who doesn't have issues, right? I have a lot of anger issues, but I've never hit my wife. I've never hit my kids. I've never hit any woman. I've never hit any kids. I've never hit any elderly. Never hurt harmless animals. Just, you stick to those morals and those, the good things. Stay positive. Be yourself and work hard at anything it is. Don't let anyone tell you can't do nothing. You know what I mean? That's bullshit. Right there, that's bullshit. And I don't mean to swear, but I'm just being, I'm just speaking reality. You know what I mean? Up early, every, Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, whatever. Get up early before everyone else and start your day off early. Get all your stuff done. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you got everything done. You're so way ahead of the game, it's silly. And I believe that. I believe that a lot early. I believe that even when I watched Marvin Hagler training really hard, and I was training back in those days too, but it just made me want to train even harder. I'm like, you know what? Who cares if it hurts? Who cares? Like, everything kills me right now. My whole body kills me. That's why you see me flinching and everything, because my back's killing me. My cluster headaches. It kills me. But I don't complain about it. I could use that as an excuse and be 500 freaking pounds on the couch and sit there eating, fucking drinking Slurpees and freaking Cokes and Pepsis all day and become 500 freaking pounds. But I kind of did that for a while. To be honest with you, absolutely, brutally honest. Yesterday, July 8th, was my 28th month off all my pain meds from this, because I was on a lot of pain meds. I was on a lot of opiates. I'm not just exaggerating. I was on a lot of opiates. And I haven't had one urge. In the whole 28 months, I haven't had one urge to use, not even once. You don't see scars on my arms, you know what I mean? You don't see none of that shit, because I was addicted to pain meds, you know what I mean? Because once you start taking them, I had to take them to go back to work, you know what I mean? So they did help me. They took the edge off my pain. They actually gave me a kick in the ass, kind of, to be honest with you. Most people they bring down, but they brought me up. So I got another 8 years on my pension because of pain meds. But I was on it for almost 16 years, and I became a glutton, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to believe that. My wife used to say, you're being a glutton. I used to look at her like she had 5 freaking heads. But she was right. When I came off them, I realized she was right, and I'll never doubt her again, you know what I mean, ever, you know what I mean? But it's the truth. She's right. And now I've seen it in the past 28 months. In the beginning, I've seen it with other people. You know what I mean? People call me and ask me, can I get a mask? I'm like, no, I don't. It's not that I don't care. I do care. And I know how it is to be withdrawn from all kinds of medications. But I just can't be around undesirables right now, because that's what the public perceives them as, not, undesirables. I don't perceive them that way. It's just I need to, you know, isolate myself, and that's what I've done for the last 28 months. Other than training for the last 15, 16 months, going on 16 months, I haven't, you know, stopped. You know, even during the pandemic, you know, a lot of road work, a lot of shadow boxing with heavy hands, a lot of jumping rope, a lot of abs, a lot of push-ups, a lot of body squats, body weight squats, a lot of running, you know, slow rounds early in the morning, you know, watching the sun come up is fucking awesome. Excuse my language, but it's fucking great. I love that. It's the most peaceful fucking time of the day. I mean, I just got out of the gym. The gym's a little weird. Like, you know, everyone's social distancing and all that stuff, and I have no problem with that. A guy came up to me, you know, wearing masks, it's weird because back in the days you wear masks, you know, it was for a bad reason. So, you know, when I wear a mask, I feel like the 80s or the 90s or something. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to live, I haven't lived that life in 20 fucking plus fucking years. You know what I mean? So, you know, don't let people tell you you can and can't do anything. So anyways, we've been going over basis and stuff like that. You know what? I thought I did some thinking last night on that subject, and it would take me friggin' a month and a half, 2 months, even a year to friggin' break down all the basis and all the bands and all the groups and all my favorite, like, you know. But this is the list I came up with, guys and people, and my subscribe and like, please, because this will transition over to, you know, to a really good setup once I find a studio. But I will have guests on starting again this month, coming up again. So my favorite bassist in thrash and speed metal, Cliff Burton, obviously you guys know that. Dave Ellefson from Megadeth, and Dee Dee Verney from Overkill. Very underrated. A lot of great bass licks in every track from Overkill. Very underrated band too. I think they should have been in the Big Four instead of Anthrax or SOD. Charlie Benante from Anthrax, the drummer, and Scott Ian, great friggin' rhythm thrash guitarists. I have a lot of respect. Anthrax themselves, I love the Among the Living album. I seen that tour with Metal Church. I like Metal Church, but I just, you know, other than that album, really, I don't know. That's just me. But great musicians other than that. I'm not hating on them. I'm just telling you, they didn't do much for me other than the Among the Living album. And the next album after that, Jesus, I don't even know the name of that album, the album after that. So bassists, those are my top three. In hard rock, it's Roger Waters. You guys know that. Geddy Lee from Rush. Rest in peace, Neil Peart. And Sting from The Police. I love the fucking band The Police. Back in the 80s, I used to have a mullet, long hair in the back, because I love The Police that much. You know what I mean? And metal, Steve Harris from Iron Maiden. You guys know that. Lemmy from Motorhead. He played that bass like a freaking guitar. And Geezer Butler from fucking Black Sabbath. You know what I mean? Come on, they invented metal, Sabbath. Enter the Void in the 60s and 70s. They were so way ahead of their time. It's, I don't even know how they did it, because they were Ozzy. I seen Ozzy at the Boston Garden live in mid-80s. I was in 6th grade. Seen him with Motley Crue on the Shout the Devil tour. I liked Motley Crue, their first 2 albums, but after their second album, Theater of Pain, I was just like, oh my God, this don't even sound like them. It's almost like Metallica with the Black Album. I was like, I don't know. You know, it just doesn't sound like them. All right. And so, guitarist, Dave Mustaine. He's a fucking guitar whiz. Rest in peace, Jeff Hennigan, the riff master in thrash from Slayer. Got the blonde hair. He died in 2013, liver failure. God bless his soul and his family and friends. Bobby Gustafson from Overkill. Very underrated guitarist, the original guitarist. He played lead, rhythm, everything. I don't know how the frig he did it, but I seen him 5 times. I seen him do it live, and I met him. Had a beer with him after the show at the Channel in South Boston. Hard rock, Jimi Hendrix, my favorite. I had a top of him when I was like 4 or 5 years old on my ceiling. I used to look at him every night before I went to bed when I had 8-track tapes. I'm only 49, but this is 74, 75, somewhere around there. I was born 71. Jimmy Page, obviously, from Zeppelin. Who's better than Page? Huh? Hendrix and Page? And Stevie Ray Vaughan, I seen him. Rest in peace, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Rest in peace, Jimi Hendrix, obviously. They all revolutionized hard rock guitar. You know what I mean? And Tony Iommi and metal, obviously, he started friggin' bar chords and all that stuff and really hard power chords. Black Sabbath started metal. Dave Murray from Iron Maiden. And KK Downing, honorable mention too. You know, Judas Priest, insane friggin' guitarist too. You know what I mean? And obviously Eddie Van Halen. How can you not like Eddie Van Halen? He was insane. And their first albums, their first 5, 6 albums were insanity. I even like 1984, to be honest with you. It wasn't too bad. Huff a Teacher was a great song. There's a lot of other good tracks on that. But Van Hagar, I seen Metallica at the Monsters of Rock, and I stayed from the Scorpions. Metallica first, and then the Scorpions. But Dokken and Van Hagar, I just, you know, stood there to watch Alex Van Halen and Eddie Van Halen and Alex Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen, and the bass player. He was insane too. I forget his friggin' name. It's at the tip of my tongue. So drummers, thrash, Dave Lombardo. Original Slayer is my favorite band, all right? Charlie Benante from SOD and Anthrax, obviously Anthrax and SOD. Bob Rampey from DRI, one of the fastest drummers out there and consistent. Hard rock, John Bonham, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Neil Peart, second. And Stuart Copeland from the Police, very underrated drummer. Go check him out. Metal, Nico McBain from Iron Maiden, one of my favorite freaking drummers. Alex Van Halen, another. Tommy Lee on the first 2 Motley Crue albums, insane drummer. Vocals, obviously, Tom Araya, insanity, screams, and plays the bass very violently and very fast, aggressive. Billy Milano from SOD and MOD, another one of my favorite singers. Bobby the Blitz Ellsworth from Overkill, and Chuck Billy from Testament, an honorable mention. Robert Plant from Zeppelin, from hard rock. Sting from the Police, hard rock. Roger Waters, and Dave Gilmour, honorable mention, Pink Floyd. Sting from the Police, Robert Plant, obviously, from Zeppelin, my favorite. And then rest in peace for metal, rest in peace, Ronnie James Dio. Rob Halford from Judas Priest, Who Screams Like Him. And rest in peace, Lemmy, another guy I love his singing. And we could go on with you know, rhythm guitarists, and we'll get there, you know what I mean? But we're gonna play some Chemical Warfare from Slayer, because that's what we're in right now, in my opinion. Just a little bit. Kick that fucking shit. Go out there, get yours today, people. Don't be scared. Be brave. That's what America's all about, people. And all across the world. Be brave. Annihilation must be swift. Destruction. Waiting to mass genocide. Death by a smell. Bodies lay dormant, no life. Chemical warfare. They were spitting this shit in 84, people. Peace. See you tomorrow, people. Stay strong.